You have been lied to. From the moment you were born, society has conditioned you to believe that communication is key. They taught you to speak up, to explain yourself, to justify your actions, to fill the air with noise so that you can be understood. They told you that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. They were wrong. The squeaky wheel does not get the grease. The squeaky wheel gets replaced. Look at the people who actually hold power in this world. The oligarchs, the apex predators of business, the figures in the shadows who move the pieces on the board. Do you see them shouting? Do you see them explaining their motives to every person who asks? No. They are quiet. They are still. They are terrifyingly silent. In the laws of human nature, words are cheap. The more you speak, the more common you appear, and the less control you actually have. By talking, you reveal your cards. You show the world what you want, what you fear, and exactly how to hurt you. You hand your enemies the dagger they will use to stab you in the back. This video is not about being shy. It is not about being introverted. It is about weaponizing silence. Today, we will dismantle the habit of oversharing that keeps you weak. We will explore the 7 dark laws of silence that will turn you into a ghost, someone who is seen, felt, and feared, but never fully understood. If you are ready to stop being the prey and start being the predator, listen closely and listen in silence. Chapter 1: The Economy of Respect. There is a fundamental rule in economics. Scarcity creates value. Air is vital for survival, but because it is everywhere, it is free. Gold is merely a shiny metal, but because it is rare, people kill for it. Your words are the same. If you are always talking, always offering your opinion, always available to chat, your words become inflation currency. Their value drops to 0. People stop listening to you because they know they can access your thoughts whenever they want. You become background noise. To dominate your environment, you must artificially create scarcity. You must become the gold, not the air. When you speak less, every word you do say carries the weight of a decree. Have you ever noticed that when the quietest person in the room finally stands up to speak, everyone shuts up? That is not an accident. That is the economy of respect in action. Stop giving your thoughts away for free. Make people work for them. When someone asks for your opinion, do not rush to give it. Pause. Make them wait. Make them wonder if you will answer at all. When you finally speak, keep it brief, keep it potent. By stripping away the fluff, you force people to analyze your words, to dissect them for meaning. You occupy their mind long after you have left the room. Chapter 2: The Vacuum of Anxiety. Human beings are social animals, and social animals are terrified of rejection. In our primitive brains, silence equals exclusion. Silence equals death. That is why in modern conversation, an awkward silence feels physically painful. It creates a vacuum of anxiety. Most people are weak. When they feel this vacuum, they panic. They rush to fill the silence with nervous chatter. They start blabbering. They reveal secrets they meant to keep hidden. They apologize for things they didn't do. They lower their price in a negotiation just to make the tension go away. The master of dark psychology loves the vacuum. You must learn to sit in that silence and feel comfortable while the other person drowns in it. Imagine a negotiation. You name your price. The other person hesitates. The master says nothing. He leans back. He looks them in the eye. He lets the silence stretch out. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. During those 20 seconds, the other person's brain is screaming. They are thinking, did I offend him? Is he walking away? Does he know something I don't? The pressure builds until they break. They will bid against themselves just to break the silence. Silence is not empty space. It is a pressure chamber. Use it to crush the resistance of others without lifting a finger. Chapter 3. Information Asymmetry. We live in the age of information warfare. Knowledge is power. The more you know about someone, the more you can control them. The more they know about you, the more they can control you. When you talk, you are leaking data. You are telling the world your history, your trauma, your triggers, and your plans. A manipulator listens to you, not because they care, but because they are gathering ammunition. They are looking for the cracks in your armor. If you tell them you have a fear of abandonment, they will use that to make you jealous. If you tell them you are desperate for money, they will lowball you. If you tell them your next move, they will block it. You must cultivate information asymmetry. This means you know everything about them, and they know nothing about you. Be a black hole. Absorb their information. Ask questions. Nod. Encourage them to keep talking. People love to talk about themselves. Let them. While they are busy boasting and complaining, you are building a psychological profile. You are learning what makes them tick. But when they turn the spotlight on you, give them nothing. Give them vague answers. Change the subject. Be polite, but be impenetrable. When they cannot read you, they cannot manipulate you. They cannot push your buttons if they don't know where the buttons are. In a world of open books, be a cipher. Chapter 4. The Mirror Effect. There is a strange paradox in human psychology. We do not see people as they are. We see them as we are. When you are silent, you become a mirror, because you are giving the other person no data to work with. Their brain has to fill in the gaps. They will project their own emotions onto you. If they are insecure, they will think you are judging them. If they are arrogant, they will think you agree with them. If they are attracted to you, they will think you are mysterious and seductive. This is the ultimate form of passive manipulation. You don't have to convince someone that you are powerful. If you stay silent and maintain strong eye contact, they will convince themselves. They will create a fantasy version of you in their head that is far more impressive than the reality. Let's look at attraction. The mysterious stranger is a trope for a reason. Why are we drawn to people who say very little? Because the unknown is magnetic. Once you know everything about someone, what they eat for breakfast, their petty complaints, the magic dies. Reality is boring. Fantasy is intoxicating. By remaining silent, you allow people to project their fantasies onto you. You let them fall in love with the image they created. Chapter 5. The Ghost Strategy. Availability is a weakness. We're taught to always be on, to reply to texts instantly, to answer the phone on the first ring, to be reliable. But in the dark dynamics of power, if you are always available, you are taken for granted. You are an accessory in someone else's life. To regain power, you must learn the art of strategic absence. You must learn to ghost. This doesn't mean disappearing forever. It means withdrawing your attention unexpectedly. It means going dark. When you are constantly present, people stop seeing you. But when you suddenly withdraw, when the texts stop coming, when you stop reacting, panic sets in. They suddenly realize how much they relied on your validation. Silence in the digital age is the ultimate power move. Leaving a message on red is a violent act. It sends a message, louder than any scream. It says, "You are not my priority. Use this carefully." When someone disrespects you, do not argue. Do not send a long paragraph explaining why you are hurt. Do not demand an apology. Simply remove your presence. Go silent. Arguments feed on energy. If you argue back, you are feeding the fire. When you go silent, you starve the fire. You suffocate their ego. There is no revenge more painful to a narcissist or a manipulator than being utterly ignored. Chapter 6. The Shield of the Stoic. The world is chaotic. People are emotional, irrational, and reactive. They want to drag you into their storm. A manipulator will insult you just to see if you react. If you react, they own you. If you get angry, they know they can control your emotional state. Silence is the shield of the Stoic. It is the refusal to engage with chaos. When someone insults you, look at them in total silence. Do not frown. Do not look away. Just watch them. Treat them like a specimen in a jar. By denying them a reaction, you flip the script. Their insult hits a brick wall and bounces back. They end up looking foolish and immature while you look untouchable. This is often called the gray rock method. When the drama comes, you give nothing. No anger, no tears, no explanations, just silence. Eventually, the toxic person will get bored and move on. Your silence is your fortress. Chapter 7. The Execution. So, how do you actually do this? Here is your training regimen. First, the 3-second rule. From this day forward, never answer a question immediately. Count to 3 in your head. 1, 2, 3. Then speak. This small gap establishes that you are in control of the pacing. Second, kill the jargon. Stop using filler words like or like. These are the sounds of uncertainty. If you do not know what to say nothing. A pause is powerful. A stammer is weak. Train yourself to be comfortable with the pause. Third, the eye contact anchor. Silence without eye contact is submission. It looks like you are scared. Silence with eye contact is dominance. When you go quiet, lock your eyes onto theirs. Do not blink excessively. Do not look at the floor. Hold their gaze until they look away. This signals that your silence is a choice, not a retreat. And finally, the walk away. The most powerful negotiation tactic in the world is the ability to walk away and mean it. If a situation does not benefit you, if you are being disrespected, do not whine. Do not issue ultimatums. Just pack your things and leave. The sound of a door closing is the only closure you need to give. Conclusion. The world is noisy. It is filled with people screaming for attention, begging to be noticed, desperate to be understood. They are exhausting themselves, fighting for scraps of validation. Do not be one of them. Step back into the shadows. Listen more than you speak. Let others reveal themselves while you remain a mystery. In the silence, you will find your strength. In the silence, you will find your clarity. And in the silence, you will find that you no longer need to demand respect. It will be given to you, because people always fear what they cannot hear. The next time you feel the urge to speak, stop. Swallow the words. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. And remember, only the fool is loud. The master whispers, and the god is silent.